Welcome to the new studio, except it's not very glamorous right now. The crawl space is nice, except you can't see it. Where's my flashlight? The crawl space is nice now. They finished it off, but these stairs are very treacherous. Yeah, I know, not exactly a glamorous studio. This concrete's still drying. But this is the new space. As you can see, it is not very nice right now. It's a basement. But the one thing we did do is we got the crawl spaces finished off. So right now the current studio is still existing. We just got all the concrete work done and got the 2 crawl spaces finished off. This is still waiting to cure right now, so definitely don't want to walk along this. So I'm still trying to figure out what my idea is for this. The problem was that if we go over here, so you see this window up here. So this used to leak and just pour water into this basement. So we got it waterproofed, but still, it's not exactly a pleasant space to be. We still have all these extension cables hanging for like the sump pump and all that. We have to get new breakers installed for the sump pumps. And some of these lights are just scary. Like, what is this? Why does it ping? There's this one. It's not exactly confidence inspiring. This one we can't even figure out how to turn on. It's quite a mess. But we have our contractor coming in. He's great. And hopefully we will get all this sorted out. But I will show you what I want the layout of the studio to be. First, holy voice crack, but I'm not redoing this because I don't want to go up those stairs as many times as I have to. And don't worry, we're going to get them fixed. So here's the plan. So right now the basement is pretty much empty. Except for the air purifier and water heater and all that nonsense, it's pretty much empty. So here's my plan for what to do with this. So when you walk in from the treacherous staircase that we're getting fixed, you have this smaller area. And I don't know who designed this basement, but why would you have this area just blocking off the rest of the space? Because this could be so much more helpful if that wasn't right there. But I'll give you a little tour. So along this wall, when you first come down the stairs, is our network box that is very dirty. And how do you open this? Oh my God. I give up. Breaker box. So obviously here's our water heater. That cannot be the water heater. I don't know what this is, but it's from Sears. This is the water heater. But here's the space I will be using. That front area is probably going to be storage. But here's the space I'm going to use. So I'm going to combine 2 rooms into 1. So right now I have my office and I have the studio, and they are 2 separate rooms. So the studio is on the far corner of the house. If you're standing there, it's on the complete opposite side of the house, upstairs. So this is going to be quite a move, but here's the plan. So we found these walls that snap together so it can hide all of these ugly walls. And don't worry, they're not going to leak or anything. So we'll probably put those walls along here. Now, the problem is I want a corner studio. I don't want it just flat like I have it now. I want it along a diagonal. The problem is if I turn on this treacherous light, not scary at all. This thing, I'm actually not really sure what it is blocking this wall. And on this side, I'm turning that off before it causes a fire. Don't worry, we're getting all the lights redone. There's this pipe. So neither is really good, and the crawl space is right there. So basically, I have to do it along this wall because there's no wall anywhere else. I'm not doing it over there because that space is useless. It's also got a pipe. And there comes the water heater. So, sorry, this is going to be a little noisy now. Yeah. By a little noisy, I mean very noisy. I probably should go get my lav mic, but I don't care. So what I'm going to have is what I'm hoping, whatever happens, is that I'm going to have the studio on a diagonal here. And I'm probably going to have my camera right where I'm standing here. We're also going to have indoor-outdoor carpet. So I will probably be sitting right there. And then my capture setup's probably going to be right here. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to be filming when the water heater's on. or I'm just gonna get a mic that just can't pick this up, or dub it in post. And then I'm probably gonna have my office set up like this area. That means so I could just come over here, sit down, film, and then come over here, capture it all with Firewire, then grab a USB stick, take it over here. There's actually another thing I do want to combine into here. Since this corner is kind of useless, what I want to do is, okay, so this needs a little explanation. So, see the network box over there, all the way over there, the white one that I toured. That has a cable running all the way over here, and then into this hole right there. I just stepped on the concrete, oops. So that hole is going upstairs into the kitchen area, and that's where our router and the server is. Don't worry, it's not in the kitchen, it's in the eating kitchen area, so basically next to the dining room. So that's where my server is, and it kind of sucks there, but otherwise you wouldn't get Wi-Fi reception from upstairs, so it can't be down here in the basement. So what I'm planning to do is have the modem and router stay up there, and then run another Ethernet cable down here, and then have proper server here. So that's the plan. We're gonna see how this plays out. Today is July something. I think it's 11th. We're gonna have our contractor come in somewhat in the next week. I have 3 videos that I can publish, so I've pretty much got 3 weeks to transform this ugly basement into proper studio. So we'll see how this goes. I hate this space, but we're gonna make it cool. All right, let's get started. All right, so it is Friday, July 17th, and as you can see, we got some more work done. So, if I ignore this loft that I really want to get rid of, we got the step replaced. So now it is not treacherous to walk up and down the stairs. I'm not sure if I brought this up already, but I replaced these lights up here. So now it is much brighter down here. Still not perfect, but better. We brought back our dehumidifier because dehumidifiers are good. We had the sump pump installed, and most of this concrete is pretty much cured. So we could probably start work, but the one thing that does need to be replaced is this window. This is a crank window. See the crank? So basically when it rains, there's a thing outside there, and water just gushes in down here. So that is one thing we do need to get replaced. So we're looking at options with our contractor as to what to do about the window. So we could either install a vent or install a window that might fit. But the other problem is down there in the crawl space was a vent that we didn't even know about. And that was an airflow vent. So basically air will just get trapped down here. And they sealed that. See all this white plastic in there? So they sealed all of this. So now air can't escape if we replace that window. So the basement guys are coming back to seal this wall in. But once they do that, we're going to discuss options for that vent because they shouldn't have done that. And then we will see where that leads us. We're probably going to wait a couple big rainstorms before we actually start work down here because we want to make sure that it is totally sealed. Because I don't want to bring all my computer stuff down here and then realize, oh shoot, it is pouring rain. So it might be a minute between videos. I haven't deconstructed the old studio yet ever since I found out about all of these things. And I'm just like, oh, that's not good. I also got these little attachments up here with plugs. Oh, the contractor did install outlets over here. So that one is for the sub pump. This is for the dehumidifier. And then the other ones are down there in the crawl space, which probably means I'm gonna have to run extension cords, which isn't ideal, but I mean, at least there's outlets down here. And then if I really, really, really need outlets, obviously I put them on the plugs. So I could probably run some things with these. I mean, they're not exactly a perfect situation, but hey, it might work. And I'm not exactly ready to do DIY electrical down here. So I don't know if I brought this up, but studio is going to go in this corner. We still have to figure out options for the walls. Also, I do want to run Ethernet down here, so we will see how that goes. This project is probably going to take longer than I imagined. That's why I haven't taken down the old studio yet. So what's probably gonna happen is first of all, we have to get that window replaced. That is number one priority. So this needs to get replaced. This is ugly and it gushes water. Next thing that needs to get done is fix the vent in that crawl space that lets airflow. Next thing to happen is we gotta wait at least 2 or 3 rainstorms to make sure that this whole area won't leak. Because if it does leak, then we know that it just needs to get down again. And I don't wanna have stuff down here while it leaks. What else? So then we have to look at solutions for the walls. I don't know if I just wanna leave them the way they are. I could probably paint them. We're probably not gonna install drywall yet because we also wanna wait a couple rainstorms because then we'll just waste money on drywall that will just be broken, or I'm sorry, flooded, and then that's not very helpful. Or we might just leave it because the studio will be floating. Basically the idea is I wanna get like those IKEA bookcases and run them diagonally here. And then I could probably just put like some drywall or poster board behind it that looks like white, and then just have like my set here. I mean, that probably could work. But otherwise, that's pretty much all there is to update on. So let's see where we go next. Oh, and look at my beautiful stairs.